everybody. This is Bob Iacchino along with Mike Arnold from Path Trading Partners with our FX morning Path Chat, updating things going on in the Forex markets. We have Janet Yellen appearing today before the House Financial Services Committee. She will not have a new prepared statement. They may or may not have her read the same prepared statement that she made yesterday to the Senate Banking Committee. We'll see, but there will be a Q&A, so we need to pay attention to the Q&A. In approximately 15 minutes, you'll get the U.S. Consumer Price Index data and the ex-food and energy data. The headline number is expected out at 2.4%, an increase of 2.4%. The previous was 2.1%, and the ex-food and energy is expected at 2.1%. The previous was 2.2%. It'll be out by the time we do our equity path chat for the morning, but it is not out yet. It's 15 minutes away. So let me turn it over to Mike so we can get you the price action setups that are going on this morning. Mike, it's all yours.
Okay, Bob, thank you very much. So here we have the Euro US dollar continuing lower, hit our next target lower 105.52, and the trend line we had in last night that was, we're still waiting to see if it was finalized, is finalized. That's why I made it solid while Bob was talking. So that's all good. If we continue lower, next level is 105.23. That's your next major level you have to watch for. If we turn around and do rally at all and you're looking for levels, you can go watch for a retest of the 105.85 level, then the 106.01 level. And you have this new declining trend line. You have the declining 8 rotation zone coming in there. So that's the way we look in the euro. Pound. Been following this for a while. We're now below this trend line. Looks like we're going to close below this trend line, which then a target for that would be the 123.47. We can also possibly today trigger this big double top. The low of that is 124.12. So we're watching for a close below 124.12, which would also take it below this significant level. And the targets on that double, we move our stop at 122.81, and then the full target's 121.51. So we'll have to watch to see if that triggers today, and we may get a redraw of one of these upper trend lines. Yen, continuing higher. We hit the 114.24.5 level. Now we're watching for the 114.76 level, followed by the 115.12 and the 115.32 levels. Those are your next key higher ones. We have a defining point coming in at around the 115.32 level. We have a significant level and a target level all at there. So this is going to be some pretty big resistance up here. So we'll watch to see what happens up there. If you do pull back at all, watch for support right around the 113.68 to 113.43 levels, right around there where all these moving averages are also. That's your support level. Swiss, continuing higher, hit our 100.79 level. Now we're watching really for the 101.13 and the 101.02 levels. You have this little cluster of levels in there. Those are your next targets. No redraw on a lower trend line yet. Nothing to do on the upper one yet. If we do pull back, again, you can pull back to the 100.42 level, and you have some rising, turning up moving averages right in there. So that's your target if we pull back at all. Aussie, still flirting with this major significant level. You can see how significant it is. Every time we pop above it, we get back down below it. So still watch for that on a daily basis to close above that. Target's the 77.45 level. Pulling back, you're going to be watching for levels around the 76.40 and around the 76.20 levels. 76.40 to 76.20. Also, you have a rising 21 EMA coming in there. So those are your downside levels should we pull back. Let me just look at the weekly again, because that's where that trend line is. It's from the weekly, and that's critical. We're really looking for a close up here also above that trend line on a weekly. We have another one declining down, and we have the horizontal channel levels on this trade. So we will eventually see if that triggers. And absolutely nothing going on in the Canadian dollar. inside week still forming. So we will have to see what this decides to do. That's all I have for you. Back to you, Bob.
Thanks, Mike. It is now 10 minutes away from the CPI number. We will have that out for you in the path chat that covers equities, the AM equity path chat. Remember, Janet Yellen will be grilled a lot more aggressively by the House than she was by the Senate. They've had the evening to watch the questioning by the Senate and watch her answers and try and figure out ways to get the answers that they want to hear. So you're going to see a lot more pressure. The House tends to be a little more reckless. The Senate tends to be a little more classy, and please take that with a grain of salt. Money Path Podcast, you can find it on our website, or you can type the Money Path Podcast into iTunes. Also, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you guys later on today. Thanks for watching.